TIFU by insulting my wife's intelligence. I absolutely love my wife, but she's really stubborn about dumb shit. Throw away, but I'm absolutely stunned to learn she doesn't know how metric measurements work. Today I fucked up by calling her out on it. She always seems to confuse ounces and milliliters, but I figured she just misspoke and usually could figure out what she meant. We have children together, and now I'm starting to realize she thinks metric is just another name for the same measurements. Seriously had a huge argument about how many fluid ounces we are feeding our baby. I asked, why did you tell the pediatrician we're giving 3 milliliters per feeding? It's 3 ounces, that's a huge difference. She looked at me completely serious and said those are the same thing. I said, wait, what are you talking about? And she proceeded to tell me how she learned that milliliter are equivalent to fluid oz in nursing school and that she didn't make a mistake. I explained that she must have misunderstood because that doesn't make sense. She swore that she was correct and she wasn't wrong. I was stunned. Then I asked, why would there be 2 naming systems for measurements if they are the exact same? She said that metric is just the names Europeans use. Lol, we're American, shocker. When I showed her the correct conversion on Google, she suddenly backtracked and tried to say that it must have changed since she went to school, lol what? And then that she actually meant ounces are equal to liters, which is even worse. Here's where I fucked up. In my shocked frustration I said, well shit, no wonder you didn't pass your exams, can't be giving people lethal doses. Now she's pissed at me. TLD, our American wife thinks an oz milliliter and argues with me about metric measurements until I say that must be why she failed her nursing exams. Edit, she makes this mistake verbally, she does know the difference in practice and can feed our baby fine. Someone mentioned she is probably thinking of 1 milliliter 1 cc, which is true, and I should probably cut her sleep deprived ass some slack. Update, some of y'all missed the part where I said this was my fuck up. What I said was mean and hurtful, but I was somewhat justified because that's a potentially serious and dangerous error. I should have just approached it better. We have discussed it and she did mean 1 milliliter 1 cc but could not remember in the heat of the moment. I posted this because it's kind of funny how much bullshit imperial versus metric causes, and this is my PSA to teach yourself and your kids the difference. Also, for what it's worth, she is not a nurse but does work in the medical field. Healthcare is a human right. Everyone deserves free, quality healthcare. She learned that 1 milliliter 1 cc and has misremembered and then doubled down. I've trained a lot of new nurses, and the ones who terrify me the most are the ones who refuse to ask for help and those who refuse to admit when they're wrong. That's the kind of nurse you absolutely do not want, but you never know if that's the kind you're getting. I'm guessing she was thinking about cc's and mLs being the same. But good lord. Well, I am glad she didn't pass, skull. I realize you were joking when you called her out on it, but seriously. That could be a reason she failed. She could have been putting the wrong answer for any dosage questions due to her misunderstanding. She can be as pissed as she wants, this may actually be a wake-up call that gets her to pass. As a doctor, I'm glad your wife failed nursing school. That would not have worked out for anyone. I see no F up here. She was being a confident lie incorrect and needed to be checked, and your statement about the exam failure was completely true. A nurse who doesn't understand this would be a complete menace. She needs to own it. Holy crap. She could have killed someone. She really thought that 3 milliliters of formula is enough for a baby who needs 3 ounces? Liters are red. Ounces are blue. Big character flaw. Your wife shown you. She is clearly confusing cubic centimeter with ounce in her head. 1 imperial fluid ounce 28.4130625 milliliters. 1 US customary fluid ounce 29.5735295625 milliliters. 1 US food labeling fluid ounce 30 milliliters. Can we please all agree to just use metric? She's mad at herself but doesn't have the tools to deal with that, so you get to be the scapegoat. Probably anyway. I see a lot of people, myself included, lashing out at those around them for their own fuck-ups. Wow, she really needs follow-up on this so she doesn't overdose your baby on meds in the future. You should have led with the fact that she failed BC. My little paramedic heart was beating 150 BPM, wondering how many poor people she's killed. I can't stand people like that. It's fine to be wrong. People are wrong about lots of things. All the time. But what's absolutely not okay is being unwilling to accept that you might be wrong, even in the face of direct evidence to the contrary. It says a lot about a person when their reaction to new information is something as ridiculous as, oh, they must have changed it, because they can't possibly fathom that they could ever be wrong about something. Not your fuck up. She needs to learn how to accept the possibility that she can be wrong about something, and it's okay to admit it. I'd be worried about your kids. Let's hope they get their brains from you. This is a huge problem. How does a prospective nurse not know how 1 milliliter looks like? If you are feeding your kid 1 fluid ounce, you should know that does not look anything close to 1 milliliter. That's crazy to me. Man, stubbornness scares me in a relationship when talking about facts, lol. That's going to be a problem when you have to give your kids cough medicine. 1 fluid ounce, about 29 milliliters. Well, she's pissed, but at least she can't overdose patients. Oh, thank God she's not working as a nurse. When I got to she learned that in nursing school I was extremely concerned. That sucks op. Hope she has other redeeming qualities. You'll have a tough road ahead of you parenting children with someone like that. My wife is also pretty bright but also happens to be stubborn about dumb shit. And it's gotten worse with time. Don't feel bad for calling dumbs out. Instead, educate in an amicable form. Imagine she had to administer X drug and it was on metric for some reason and she royally fucks it up, killing an elderly person. It is no wonder she failed her exams. Yo wife dumbass bro. Op, your wife is dangerously stupid, especially someone who would be feeding your child, preparing their meals, etc. You shouldn't have reproduced with this person, lol. Didn't fuck up, your wife would have been a walking danger. You are probably right XD. Kind of glad she didn't pass her exams. I have too many new nurses trying to tell me they gave meds in ml, when that's not a dosage, that's a volume. Meds are given by mg and they don't understand how that's different. But because there's different concentrations of meds, they could be giving entirely wrong doses if they don't learn the difference. 1 ml of Dilaudid could be the standard 2 mg 1 ml, but it could also be 10 mg 1 ml, and that's 5 times the dosage. For real toe, she dumb AF. How does one get into nursing and not know the difference between Oz and ml? That's absolutely baffling.